Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no size, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to. I got that boom boom that all the boys are chasing, all the right junk in all the right places. I see those magazines working on Photoshop. You know that stuff ain't real. Come on and make it stop. If you got beauty, then raise them up, 'cause every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. My mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She said, boys, I got it more for you to hold at night. You know I won't be no six-figure silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass. I'm bringing booty back. Go ahead and tell those skinny ladies that. Nah, I'm just playing. I know you think you're fat, but I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. Hey, my mama, she told me don't worry about the size. She said boys like a little more booty to hold at night. And I won't be no six-figure silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm You see, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. Because boys like a little more booty to hold at night. You know I won't be no six-figure silicone Barbie doll.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, from the broadcast deck, we invite you on board. Sit back, relax, enjoy the nice sounds, the easy sounds here on Easy 101. Oh, excuse me, wrong show. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, sit back, relax. The nice, easy sound, the gentle music here on Easy 101 FM. Yes, welcome aboard. Hey, how's everybody doing? This is the Andy Demander Show. Our phone number, before I forget, is 515-605-9888. Whoever would like to call, you can, and join the program. Whatever's on your mind, you're welcome and free to talk about it here. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Cornell. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up?
How we
what's
doing?
up, guys? How you doing?
Yeah, groovy, baby, groovy.
Groovy. Oh, I see what you was drinking. I posted
Groovy,
up on the show Instagram. Tell her. It says tell what you are drinking to Andy.
Yeah, I'm drinking a homemade margarita, darling. It was made just before the show, so I was like, I sent a video to Cornell. I said, "Here, post this up on Instagram."
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And it's gone down a treat, I got to admit. I've still got a little bit left, so I shall be sipping on this for the rest of the show.
That was a big glass, sis. Oh, my gosh.
Yes, it was very full.
Yes. Feeling lucky today, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's so hot, and we were like, shall we? I was like, yeah, let's go for it. So.
kind of warm here on this side of the world too. Up here in LA, kind of warm today. Yeah. Hey,
Beautiful.
welcome everybody. Great to be here. This is the midweek show, but still, the Oscars were on Sunday, right? Sunday night. The Oscars were on Sunday.
Yeah.
And so everybody around the world, even though nobody really watches the Oscars anymore, nobody even goes to movies anymore. But given that, the slap heard around the world, everybody's still talking about it, and I think the slap that changed the world. People are talking about violence and husbands and all this.
Wow,
kind of
isn't
crazy,
it crazy
yeah.
how one little act can just create this butterfly effect of all these topics and things to talk about, and
when you think about it, there are millions of people worldwide who began circulating a clip of the actor Will Smith jumping up on stage. It was jumping on stage.
He jumped like a kangaroo.
To slap the comedian Chris Rock's. I mean, to slap Chris Rock.
Yeah, that's true.
not Chris's rocks. To slap Chris Rock. Yes, we'll get the story straight. Yeah, you turned to the right station. Anyway, because he made a innocent, joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Here's the interesting thing. When you kind of think about it, I mean, people are still talking about it today. It's, we got this war going in Ukraine. We have 7.5 hours of missing conversation of the White House tapes on January 6th. It's like Evelyn Wood back in not Evelyn Wood. She was a speed reading course, right? Remember Evelyn Wood speed reading? Nixon's secretary who accidentally erased 7.5 minutes of White House conversations during Watergate.
Oh, my.
Now we've got 7.5 hours of missing conversation, which people have already admitted talking to Donald Trump. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that. But,
okay.
But I don't get carried away here. But anyway, that joke that Chris Rock spoke of was something to the effect that it was about her haircut, which was really not a haircut, when she has a medical issue that creates the loss of hair, and Chris Rock, made a joke like hey, G.I. Jane too, something like that. It was a lighthearted joke, by any metric. It was a lighthearted.
It wasn't that deep. It wasn't that bad.
No, and even Will Smith was chuckling at first until he saw the expression on his wife's face. But it's interesting that Chris Rock, I don't know, millions of viewers were watching television, and they're used to seeing Jada with a low-cut haircut. She's no stranger to the screen. And Jada is suffering from a
low-cut haircut.
Yeah, and she's a gorgeous woman. She is one pretty woman, with hair, with long hair or without it. She's a very pretty girl, and she has that condition known as anaeropia. Was that fear of spiders? Wait a minute. Androcodia? What's it called there?
Alopecia.
Alopecia. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna have Will come and smack all of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that whatever you could call it, condition contributes to the hair loss and to balding. What's odd about that clip, which is still circulating like crazy today as we speak,
of course,
millions of viewers. Chris Rock is the first. He makes this joke. Will laughs, meaning that he takes the joke as it was intended to be, as a joke. But then he looks over at his wife, and he sees his wife is not finding the joke to be so funny. She rolls her eyes. And he immediately goes, this amused attendee of the Oscars, to this, like, thug, a real-life thug, a husband defending the honor of his wife's hair. So we have some, dramatic, and then he gets up and slaps Chris across the face and returns to his seat and screams, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth and says it again. Much to the horror of all the attendants who originally probably thought it was staged. And then suddenly he repeats it and realizes that no, this isn't a joke. He's not kidding around. This, and the internet was understandably outraged by the acts of violence and making things more awkward on this incredible show. And Will Smith, of course, subsequently then won his first Oscar for his performance in the film King Richard.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Yep. I was thinking about that because when he was talking in his acceptee speech, and he was holding the award and he was crying, it made me think, it was a very emotional time for him, and, excitement and all that kind of thing with being at the show. And seeing how his wife responded, because obviously what we don't see behind closed doors is this. She probably broke down multiple times about having the condition that she's got. She's probably cried many tears, and he's had to witness her go through it and the pain of everything. So he knows what it's like for her to be suffering and be at the mercy of everybody else's jokes. So when the world views something like that, we're like, oh, he's a crazy man, acting violent, blah, 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 blah. But what everybody doesn't take into consideration is that if it was you with your partner and you witnessed the pain they went through with it all, maybe that would have a profound effect on you. And with being in that kind of emotional state that he was, sometimes it just takes one split second for that emotion to just burst to the surface and that anger, and you just do something stupid.
But he laughed. He laughed in the beginning. He was laughing and joking until she looked at him.
I think the way the cameras, panned it, and it, I think some of it can be taken out of context, and I think, I'm not justifying violence at all in any form because, I don't agree with it. But there was a moment when I looked at him and thought, you know what, I could see myself doing the same thing if I was at breaking point. Because obviously they've been in the public eye and they put themselves in the public eye for the longest time, and that's on them. Yeah. When you put yourself in the public eye, you've got to expect abuse and comments like that. And even he admitted in his speech, you've got to expect it. But I think when it comes so close to home, and your wife has been through something quite traumatic for her, then maybe with all that emotion and adrenaline running, that he just snapped in the last minute. And because I've heard that Chris Rock's done it several times, made jokes about her.
That's what he does.
And her condition.
About not only her, but he's like in a way not as good as Don Rickles, not nearly as good as Don Rickles, but he's like a black Don Rickles, But he's done it many times. That's just who he is,
Absolutely.
Can you imagine somebody getting up and slapping Don Rickles because when he did a roast of Dean Martin, and Dean Martin getting up and slapping him for his and Dean Martin didn't really drink, but Don, his joke about Dean Martin way back when was, it was his drinking and the alcoholic. But from what I understand, is Dean Martin really wasn't that much of a drinker, but he portrayed himself and went along with the joke, But you look at Don Rickles, you look at, my God, how many other, I couldn't even begin to think of all the comedians that and the celebrity roast. I would like to see a celebrity roast. Here it is. Ready? The celebrity roast of Will Smith, hosted by Chris Rock. When you think about it, the conversation that's being neglected. And what we observed at the Oscars, the first time is I think we saw the real, Will Smith was Will Smith. Not
the real Will Smith.
Yeah, he was the Fresh Prince out of Survivor of a Zombie.
Was Mike Tyson.
He wasn't this, crime-fighting cop. He wasn't, Bad Boys or Hancock superhero. He was Will Smith, incredibly broken man. And the residual product of the direction of society that is filled with broken men, such as Will Smith. The kind of society that produces men that look to their more domineering wives with their tails, wagging between their legs. I mean, it's interesting because you remember 2016, Will Smith and his wife were on TV because his wife had an affair with her son's best friend. His wife had, and then Will Smith, they talked about it on TV. You know what? You know something? It just occurred to me.
Was that the time they split up for that short time?
I think they did for a little bit. But they talked. But here's the interesting thing. So, if Will Smith's wife had sex with her son's best friend, what does that make her son?
Well, what do you mean?
So think about it. So Will Smith's wife has sex with her own son's best friend. What does that make that boy that she had sex with?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, now think about it. Think about it just for a minute. Let's think about it. I'm getting there. I think I got the answer. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A motherfucker.
Hey, guys, there's a rumor going around that they saying that next year the Oscar host going to be Mike Tyson. We're going to see if Will Smith do it with Mike Tyson.
I know, right? Hey, here's an interesting question, because it's got me thinking, okay, this whole concept of what happened and the role he has just played as King Richard. Now, in his speech, he mentioned that King Richard, that the guy Richard, he was very protective of his family. So would you say that the character he played had some sort of influence on his actions that he took that night?
Could have very well.
Because that kind of reflected back to me, because when he said it in his speech, I thought, wow, and he did get so deep into that character. He was extremely passionate about the whole family. And, you know, I think that made him think, because of how he had his relationship with his father. And, you know, how his father raised him to be a fighter and to push forward and achieve everything he could without letting anything break him. And, you know, I think he did well with the character he played as King Richard. But when he said that, I thought, oh, my goodness, I can see a reflection of you right now. You've just done on stage what you're portraying as this character in King Richard. And quite often, roles in movies have quite a profound effect on many actors. You only have to look at Jim Carrey when he played that role. You know, the Jim and Andy one, is it? I think it's that one. And everybody said he went crazy after he played that role, because it kind of transformed him. He got lost in that character and couldn't separate himself from that character. Pardon?
Was it The Mask?
No, that would have been fun if he couldn't separate himself from that.
The joke. Yeah, you know, I had an episode very similar. You know, when I was an extra, walking across the street. I just could never get over it. It was, you know, I've had a fear of walking across the street ever since. Just the you know, getting into the part, you know, just doing that part, walking across the street, you know, diving into that character, being that character, representing who that character is, and conveying that to my amazing audience around the world. You know, it was very, you know, and then ever since, you know, it's very, very difficult job. Yes. No.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, or the part when I was an extra having a cup of coffee in the background there. I mean, that coffee it sucked. It sucked. I've never had such putrid coffee in my life. I was making faces and farting.
Oh, and that's me just slipping away normally, you know, thinking I'm missing out on something.
No, but anyway, it who knows? But the interesting thing is the Academy has not taken any action regarding rescinding the Oscar. I don't think they will. I don't think they should. But the question is, you know, what is Will Smith going to be in the movies again? What's his box office draw going to be now?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how they respond in that way to what kind of roles he gets offered next.
And Chris Rock is going on tour now. He starts, I think, in Boston tonight. Actually, as we speak now, with Kevin Hart, I think, and Chris Rock sold out. In Boston tonight, and I'm sure every show now that Chris Rock does on this tour is going to be sold out. It'll be interesting to see. I'm sure it'll come out because tonight's the first night of the tour. It'll be interesting to see how he responds. Oh, you know what I realized after looking at these videos that have gone beyond viral is how amazingly bright and quick and professional Chris Rock is. I mean, he didn't flinch. He was poised. I mean, how many people would have responded like, you know, my God, some people probably would have hit him back, you know. It could have been a brawl on stage at the Oscars. I mean, who the hell knows what could happen? But here's what happens. So he gets slapped. Will Smith walks away, and Chris Rock, without even thinking about it, without flinching, without anything, says, "We might have just seen the most exciting man on television." Boom, it was part of it, without even thinking about it. This guy is absolutely brilliant. Talking about deserving an Oscar, this guy deserves something. I mean, to be on stage, there are millions and millions of people around the world are watching. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't skip a beat. He remains poised. He remains professional, and he comes up with a line, bam, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat,
Absolutely.
comes up with an appropriate line.
Yeah.
I think Chris Rock deserves a standing ovation. At least for me.
And he also deserved an apology from Will Smith.
Which he got. They hugged it out.
He did get. Will Smith twatted. What do you call it there?
See, I guess that's what I admire from Will Smith as well, because even though he fucked up, let's be honest, he fucked up. He made a big mistake acting out of emotion like that. But he was big enough to then go straight onto social media and tell absolutely everybody, even, Chris, he's done a formal apology explaining, his actions were wrong, all that kind of thing. And he's admitted that he's humble enough to do that and not just walk away saying, well, he deserved it. He understands that he made a mistake. He's embarrassed about it. And when somebody can be as humble as that to do something like that, I think that shows good character. But Chris, like you said, took it absolutely incredible. He was a bit of a legend when it came in that moment,
Yep.
That's awesome.
Amazing. It is. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard, but there was an interview that was published Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday, right? Published Tuesday. President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, called on Russian President Vladimir Putin to release any damaging information he has about the Biden family.
Oh, really?
A former president, Now, here's the other interesting thing. A prominent media spokesperson, a news anchor, got on Russian television yesterday and says, people of the West, do what you can to end the current presidential administration of the United States before the end of the term so we can begin the effort to bring back our partner, Donald Trump.
Wow.
Yes. That was by a prominent Russian news anchor yesterday.
That's crazy.
Then yesterday also, former President Trump calls upon Putin to release damaging information regarding our current president.
This guy didn't give up, do we?
Now here's the interesting thing. Getting back 7.5 hours of documented conversation between legislators and Donald Trump are missing on Trump's side of the coin. Let's look at what that means. It is required, it is the law, that all White House communications, every phone call, every meeting, even when you talk to foreign officials and dignitaries, other people have to be on the call to document the call. It is the law. And after the administration ends, the National Archives gets all those laws, gets thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages, and they keep it all in the National Archives documenting the legacy of that administration, right? And that is the law. And you guys, a burner phone. You ever get, if you wanted to, let's say, not use your cell phone for conversation. You want to have a talk with somebody. You don't want any log, any record, any transcript, any GPS finding of where you were when you made a call. You go to Walmart, you buy a prepaid phone or other, a phone that's already got time on it. You use that phone, burner phone, right? Then you throw the phone away when you're done. Nobody ever knows you made the call, right?
Yeah.
So it's well known and documented that Trump used these types of phones during his administration, and they also played musical chairs with other people's cell phones. Others, instead of Trump using a phone, which is being recorded and documented and logged, a White House phone, he'd go to one of his aides and say, hey, let me borrow your phone, and make a phone call on their phone. Not on his.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that happened regularly. Right. It was not unusual in the Trump White House. right?
Okay.
So now we're seeing 7 hours and 37 minutes of time where legislators who were being attacked in the United States Capitol building on January 6th, having conversations, calling the president, pleading with the president to put a stop to this. They've already said, I've called we spoke several times. Well, then those conversations should also be documented and recorded on the White House side, right? Well, they're not.
Yeah.
They're missing. The White House made it obvious to subvert this information to hide those calls, which also is indicative of their obvious attempt to subvert the election, to do whatever they could on one of the most important days of the administration, the day that the next administration gets sworn in. On that day, he did what he could to stage a coup and prevent the next administration from coming to be and for him to remain in power. And if he does not get criminally prosecuted for this, then we have a lot of explaining to do in this country. We have a whole lot of explaining to do. We really do. As a matter of fact, you know what, Amanda?
He's like a super villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We are a country governed by laws. We have a constitution. We live by laws, right?
That's right.
In 1776, we had a revolution. Why don't we just rewind the clock, Amanda? We're going to go back and live with you, if you don't mind, because everything we've done in this country is meaningless. We'll just go back to we'll go back and live with Queen Elizabeth there if she's got room for us.
Yeah, I'll speak to her. I'll arrange it.
Would you please? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go back to that because I'll be in slavery.
Oh, forget.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
No, my darling.
God.
No.
Oh, no.
I'll be inside
It's crazy,
the house.
isn't it? What was I was reading about the Syrians are signing up to fight for Russia. Okay, that's another one joining. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, I also read about that young guy from the band The Wanted died of brain cancer at the age of 33.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
bless
my
him.
God.
Yeah, I mean they were quite a huge hit in the past several years.
How about the Foo Fighters drummer? He passed.
I know. Yeah.
Was that does anybody know what the cause of death was?
For who? The drummer?
Foo Fighters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had 10 different narcotics in his
That's what I thought. I didn't want to say it, but I didn't want to say it. I thought that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
And that would explain it. You know, you can't. It's tragic. Yeah, it's tragic, of course. But it's drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs. You know, what more is there to say? I lost a nephew at 25 years old, fentanyl.
Yeah. It is. It's difficult, isn't it? I mean, it's so easy for people to judge as well. And
yes.
It's quite a sensitive subject, really, because everybody's quick to say, well, they know best. They know better to do all that stuff. And I agree. We make our own choices. But at the end of the day, a lot of people go through a lot of struggles and they look for ways to go through those struggles and cope. And
definitely.
Very
That's true.
difficult. Yeah.
I lost a friend, Michael K. Williams, the actor, through fentanyl, a friend of ours.
Oh.
And, so.
Yeah.
It's deep, man, because people don't realize when people are on drugs, it's not that they want to be on it. It's just they don't have nowhere else to run to. When they all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to go to mom, but I'll feel embarrassed. I want to go to dad, but I'll feel embarrassed. I want to tell my friends, but they're going to laugh at me. So I'm just doing it myself. Right?
And sometimes all it takes is that small influence from somebody else. Says, take this, it'll help you. It's going to make you feel better. And you think, no, I really shouldn't. And then, before you know it, you're trying it. And it's like, oh, well, actually, it's helping me. And then before you know it, you're taking more. And that grows. And then you take something else and you try something else because what you're used to now is just not working anymore. And it gets into crazy stages.
Yeah, and your mind gets all.
Yeah.
Well, that was me 2 weeks ago when I was drinking that whiskey.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious when you said how much it just knocked you on your ass. I mean, I know you like to have a drink, so you're quite used to your body's used to alcohol in the system, in the sense that you adjust to having some form of alcohol. But when you say it knocked you on the ass like that, I was like,
they would knock me on my ass. I call Andy up. I say, yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. The next thing I woke up funny. 2:00 in the next morning.
So what's this empty nonsense about?
Yeah.
You know, I can't actually remember the last time I got drunk. I've been like tipsy and like wobbling all over the place, not absolutely drunk. I can't remember the last time that happened.
I blame it all on Andy because he told me to drink this Black Jack, and I tried it. Oh my God!
It's Andy's fault.
Andy's fault.
I see.
I was tired of hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Yeah. Sound like somebody that used to be on the show.
So I didn't actually ask how you guys are and how things been these past couple of days, because we're catching up after 2 days.
Man, actually, it's been fun. I finally got some sleep after 20 years.
Well, I hope that wasn't down to any kind of vampire bite.
Yes, definitely. I was in a cave, right? Hanging upside down.
Yeah, love it.
Well,
tell us, Andy. So, how you been, man, musically?
Well, for me, first of all,
I have never profited.
Never.
Oh, well, that's it.
Yeah. I think I'm busy in studio, man. It's been getting busy. Studio's getting busy.
Yes.
So
good. Busy is good.
That's great.
I think the
Japanese are involved here.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yes.
They was here too.
Yeah, they're contacting Andy to do some work.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been busy, I must say, and I'm getting ready to. I'm thinking about it. In my head. I got to coordinate it and put it together, but I had some shows that I was going to do in London just prior to. Let me think. When they were going to be. COVID started like February, March of 2020, right? Yeah, 2020. And I was supposed to go to London that summer of 2020 after a whole bunch of shows here in the States, and then the gigs in London were going to culminate with a recording session that I was invited to do at Abbey Road Studios, the world famous Abbey Road Studios, which I figured, oh my God, even if nothing happened with the album, what a great thrill it would be to record in that studio, right? So that all got postponed, and I'm thinking schedule. We were trying to. I think then almost a year ago we tried to reschedule. Then the Delta variant came in, everything closed up again. Remember, blah blah blah, and here we go around again. And now in June, we want to put something booked over at Abbey Road in London for a recording project, and I'm starting to think about some tunes and what I want to do and how I'm going to do it, and see if I can get those gigs rescheduled there in London. And I was even going to hit you up, Amanda, and see if you knew of any venues, even outside, be appropriate for the kind of music that you might know of.
You're breaking up a little.
You're breaking up, darling. This is how Amanda would say, "Sorry, darling, you're breaking up."
Yeah.
Is this better? Is this low? Am I better or no? Still broken up?
No, you're just fine right now.
Brother.
If you could just repeat what you said to me, that'd be wonderful.
So I was going to say that I was even going to ask you perhaps if you knew any appropriate venues for me that might be appropriate for my style of music, even up in your neck of the woods where you are from in UK.
Yeah. Oh well, I can certainly find out for you.
Yeah. Because I'm hoping to go. You're coming back in July, right? That's when you're due back in UK.
Correct.
There.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do it in July. I was thinking about June, but maybe July.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, it'd be Yeah, we'll see. We'll
it'd be nice and warm in this country at least.
It would be. It's a beautiful. I bet it's a beautiful time to go to London in July, isn't it? In the summer.
Yeah, I should imagine it's probably at its busiest as well because where everything is much warmer. You get more tourists and things like that. So it'd be very, very active and very alive. I should imagine at that point. So yeah, good time to come over. Definitely.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
Well, I was going to reply to that, but what the hell? Let's move on to something else.
All right. What's on your mind? Yeah, anyway, but things have been doing well here. It stopped raining. It's weather turned beautiful again, and here in LA, we're doing real well. This show is we're on an upward trend again in listenership on our show.
Yay! Wonderful.
So we're
great.
Yeah, it really is, and again, we want to welcome anybody who is listening to the show, that they can join the show by just dialing on your phone 515-605-9888 and join the conversation. What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind? Or you can also email the show by just dropping an email to andyandamandashow@gmail.com. And if you want to join us that way, if you're international, we could send you a link and you could actually do it on the internet. Speaking of which, my latest singer-songwriters.
You sound like a serial killer. My latest victims. I'm like, what?
It's a husband and wife team from Sweden. Amazing. I mean, just fabulous. She is in addition to her singing career, she does addiction recovery counseling. And does workshops and seminars and teaches in Sweden. And we're here doing music, obviously, but I told her, I said, I've got this radio show, blah, 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 and when you get back to Sweden, why don't we plan a time for you to, we'll send you an internet link, that's how we do it, and you join us from Sweden and talk to us about not only your music, which I'll have your songs mixed by then, but why don't you talk to us about, she's recovered 11 years now, alcohol-free for 11 years.
Wow,
sober.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. And now
incredible.
She's helped. It really is 11 years, and now she's helping others. And Kevin doesn't hide the fact that he's also in recovery. Kevin Michaels, who we have on the show, and is doing really well in his music career, obviously. But it's cool getting. We'll have like this round table, this panel discussion. I think. Later on in April, we'll get everybody on and have a conversation on the show about addiction, about recovery, about the trials and tribulations of recovery, rehab, and life after addiction. And I think we'll make a fabulous show.
Absolutely.
Which we'd be more than happy to host. So we'll do that.
That would be great.
Yeah. So watch for that. And we do have a lot of fun, folks. We do. We get silly, but why the hell not? We do. But
we really love each other, guys. We really love each other.
And we love the world, and we're dedicated to making a difference and getting out there and not taking ourselves so seriously and having some fun. Talking about the news, talking about things that matter, but keeping it light too. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to.
Yeah.
You can't.
This is true.
Yeah.
What's that saying? If you take life too seriously, you'll never get out alive. I love that saying.
Yes, they say. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever he said, but
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, you get sucked in, can't you? Yes, darling. What was you
There's some breaking news I just seen. They said after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, the Academy told him to leave, and he refused to leave.
Huh?
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
that.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes. He didn't want to leave, so he stayed. They wanted him to leave, and he refused to.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
It impaired group cohesion.
I think so, big time. Yeah.
What other incidents has ever taken place at like award ceremonies that has been quite dramatic? Can you recall anything?
When Flavor Flav wore that big clock.
Ah, good one.
You know, Will Smith should have just grabbed the microphone and said,
These are miserable, mean, nasty fucking scumbags.
yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Will Smith, come on the show and explain it.
Yeah.
Why you did it.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Yes.
Oh, can you imagine if he came on? That'd be amazing. Just
we can ask him. Who knows?
Yeah.
All you can do is say no. Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the new rule. Only thing they can say is no.
And just you know, if you will get hold of him, just tell him.
Who cares how old you are? It's how.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We'll just doesn't matter.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the joys of this show. You know, it's so entertaining, keeps me all happy and nice. I just love it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll tell you.
But the thing about it is, guys, these guys, they want to stand at Academy Awards. They gotta really respect the Academy Awards because it's been way back in 1776.
No.
You know,
yes.
What's that? What are they called? Oh, I was going to tell you, yesterday I met a woman here in L.A. If Will Smith and his wife can talk about it on the air, Amanda, I figured you and I can too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Why
Let's
not?
do it. Let's do it.
Oh, we got to get a table, guys.
Yeah. But let's not make it red or blue because people think we're taking political sides.
Yeah.
I recently had sex with this guy.
Mhm. Oh, good for you. Yeah, and so.
And I met him on Pornhub.
Hey, you know, I want to. Speaking of which, whatever happened to Debbie Dimples? Or what's her name? Debbie.
I just want to know where her dimples at.
Yeah.
Which cheeks? Oh.
The
beautiful.
Yeah.
Are the dimples deep enough to eat ice cream out of, or other things? Yeah, what happened with that?
Remember Debbie Dimples? Is that her name?
Yeah, vaguely. No, not her name.
She's supposed to come on the... I think that was her name.
I can't remember her name, actually.
Do you remember what I'm talking about, though? Debbie,
I do know. The one we looked up her picture online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I guess we're going to get in touch with her to get on the show. I think we had something scheduled and we just kind of, Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, we're looking to that. But, we've got some interesting things coming up. Or planned.
And some interesting guests. I think Ashishi is going to be joining us again, right? We got to reschedule her second time on the show.
Oh, Ishi, yeah. I'm waiting for him to hear that.
From Arrested Development.
Yeah. And we coming out with our own compilation album, the Andy and Amanda Show.
Yes.
Album. But you know, Arrested Development is out on tour again. You guys knew that, right?
Yeah. That's so cool.
Isn't that great?
Cool. I hope they're doing well.
Yeah. Because they were on the show one day, the next day they're saying,
I have no further use for you.
And they go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would love to see him in concert.
That would be great.
Well,
actually, back in the day.
Yeah, me and my wife went to see them on our second anniversary.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was cool, man. They performed very well, and it's amazing. I was at him in the audience. I would never, a couple years later, we'd be talking to him on our program. That's crazy.
Yeah. I know, right? I was actually stunned when they said they were coming on. I was like, really? Oh my goodness. Fangirl mode, you know?
Of course.
Unbelievable.
I was a fan of Total.
Oh, yeah. That's so good, though. So good.
We have
I wonder who our future guest will be.
We have a caller on the line here.
Ooh.
Yes. Is he breathing? What is he doing?
Oh, is it Darth Vader?
Is that you, Andy?
No, not me. Hello?
Oh boy. Hello.
He's freaking me out.
You're welcome to join us to say something. Hello?
He sounds like he needs to calm.
Yeah.
Relax. Breathe deeply. Slow.
I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, he finally let it out?
Wastefully going on around here.
He finally let it out after 10 minutes. now he's sleeping. You don't hear him.
Yeah. The breathing slow down. Wow.
Which hand did he use? No, I'm just joking.
Uh-oh. Hey, I was going to ask if you guys know what the latest in Ukraine is. Just touching upon that for a moment, because remember on the show, I'm thinking about, I think it was Friday, we talked about the Russians reorganizing their strategy because they can't get anywhere, obviously, because they've met so much of a block by Ukraine military. Ukraine's taking out, bridges and access and roads. I mean, they're just so the Russians just can't. They're making the circles and they're digging in trenches because they can't get close to where they want to get to. So the Russians changed their strategy to take over a Donbass. What's it called? Donbass. Donbass.
Yeah.
I like Donbass better.
Yeah,
anyway.
I agree actually. Yeah. Much funner sound.
But guess what now? Ukraine is ready. They are ready. They're ready there, man. Russians are going to, if they go near there and try to take that town, they are in for another surprise, and thousands of more Russians will lose their lives. As some Ukrainians will too, obviously. But this ain't, it's going to be interesting to see what happens as a result of all this, and when this kind of when not Russians, because this is not their war. So when Putin is going to realize this is going nowhere, the only thing it's doing is destroying innocent lives and his own military. It's interesting that we're able to see right now as a result of the failures and inadequacy of the Russian military and their logistics and how they think and their planning and the equipment, is that they are not as advanced as we thought they were. They're not. They may have nuclear weapons, which puts them on another playing field, obviously. But but put that aside. Just the infantry, the units, the ground, the boots on the ground, the military, the equipment they have, the communication systems they have. It's archaic. It's old. It is not. They're not nearly as advanced militarily as I think our top advisors in the U.S. thought they were. And that's what's becoming more evident now by their inadequacies and failures. You think that a supposed powerhouse such as Russia, military, should be able to go in and just bulldoze Ukraine down? They can't.
Yeah.
They can't. They can't accomplish a third of what they want to accomplish.
No.
Because of the strength of Ukraine, and Ukraine is getting sophisticated weaponry from NATO, and plus they had their own before, and they had financial resources way before, years ago that we gave them. Remember when Trump tried to block that in exchange for information about Biden? Remember that?
Yes.
Which is the reason for his first impeachment. Remember that?
Yes.
$200 million that he tried to put over their head. Hey, I'll give you $200 million. Tell me about Hunter Biden.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness.
We have what's called they're calling the Sleepy Joe, they're calling the Biden crime family Hunter and all this shit. Come on, give me a break. Crime family? You want to know what a crime family looks like? You don't have to watch The Sopranos. It was the former administration in Washington, D.C. It was real. It wasn't fake. It wasn't a story. It wasn't a movie. It wasn't a TV show. It was real. And we're seeing it right now. We're seeing it unfold and unravel before our very eyes. The Trump crime family trying to instill a dictatorship in the United States of America. And that's what he did. And he failed. And he should be punished for it. Anybody committed the crimes that he committed, business life, in their own lives, in business, would be put in jail. Would be indicted, found guilty, and put in jail. And I just cannot see. I cannot. I mean, he's gotten away with A, B, C, D. It's gonna come to an end. You know what this guy has gotten away with? It's got to come to an end. The law is the law.
It's not funny. It's just Andy is sick and tired of this shit. I'm mad as hell. I can't take it anymore.
She's a jacket.
You don't see them pop up in the media every day. So for everybody who's not aware, so GCHQ's popped up in the news. They are the UK's version of like the Pentagon, and it's actually in my hometown. And they in the news saying that they've recommended China should not to become too closely aligned with Russia following the invasion of Ukraine. The head of UK cyber intelligence, GCHQ, has warned. So Sir Jeremy Fleming said China's long-term interests are not served by an alliance with Moscow. In a rare public address during a visit to Australia, Sir Jeremy also said Russia had massively misjudged the situation in Ukraine. He said Putin's advisors are afraid to tell him the truth. So Jeremy said China's aspirations to become a leading player on the global stage were not well served by close alliance with a regime that willfully and illegally ignores international rules. Ooh, okay. So there's not much.
We have we intercepted a message.
We did.
From it's coming off the wire right now. Give me a second. Here it is. Let me wait till it comes out. Yeah, we've intercepted a message. This is from Putin to Zelensky. This is from Vladimir Putin to the president of Ukraine. Here it comes. All right, it's coming off the wire right now. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Here we go. Got it.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
I'm like, and then Amanda was like, okay, we was very serious, and here we go.
Yeah, right?
Andy, you sure know how to get us, man. We was like pinned, our ears was pinned to the monitors on the computer, and we was like, I wonder who it is.
We do have a caller who's going to join us here. Let's see if we can get him on the line here. Well, let's see what I can do. I think we can push a couple buttons. Here we go. Yeah. All right. We got it. Hey, who we have on the line here? But we have none other than the man himself, the talented, the incredible, the amazing, the almighty, the powerful. What's your name again?
Vladimir Putin. Hey, Kev, how you doing?
Hi, Cornell.
Hey, my darling.
Oh, my God.
Hi, Amanda and Andy.
Welcome to the show, sweetie.
How you feeling, Kevin?
Andy?
Hell yeah. No way. Hey, Kevin, how did you make out? You had your eye procedure yesterday, right?
No, it was supposed to be. They moved it to tomorrow.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Oh.
Well.
It's okay.
We wish you the best with that, sweetie.
Definitely.
So I'm thinking of pizza while I'm talking to you guys.
Oh,
man, what kind? What kind of pizza?
What kind?
Yes.
It's just pepperoni.
Oh, that's my favorite.
And 3 different kinds of cheese.
Oh.
With basil.
I could go for that right now. Oh, man.
Ooh. Oh, my God.
Yeah, man. So I doing Putin jokes, huh?
Yeah.
I guess you're not playing in Russia right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, they took us off. Ooh. Yeah, Russia was for whatever reason off and on, but hung around that number 4 slot in terms of the 23 countries we go into. Number 4 was often Russia, and now they're totally off the grid. We're no longer in Russia.
Well,
whatsoever.
he shut everybody off. That could tell him the truth. So that makes sense.
I think we were one of the first programs to go.
So are you talking about Putin on these days or Will Smith?
You missed. Yeah, we did Will Smith. We did that for a while. We did Will Smith.
My Lord.
Unreal.
You cannot do it.
Yeah.
I know. His name is on everyone's lips. Yeah.
It was unprofessional. But sometimes, like you said,
it's like not even. It's like classless.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think he had a breakdown.
How can you not like Chris Rock? Come on.
Really?
Oh, Chris Rock's a legend.
Yeah, he was great.
I guess Will Smith showed
the way he handled it was brilliant.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, he didn't flinch. He was appropriate. He was professional. Just absolutely. We talked about that. Right away.
Straight through. Well, that'll be one of the greatest moments in television history.
Yeah. Without even thinking about it. Didn't skip a beat.
I thought, to be honest with you, like a lot of people, when I first saw it, I thought it was fake. I thought it was a bit.
Yeah.
But when he started yelling back at the stage, I realized it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then they replaced it too because they, when Will Smith starts saying, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, the network came in and replaced the audio with. We have what they replaced the audio with. We copied with Will Smith.
I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
That's what happened. No, that was the first version I heard.
I heard Putin just slap Vladimir Zelensky or whatever his name.
Oh my goodness!
But I think
you know the one thing that bothered me the most about it. I got to tell you what bothered me the most about the whole thing on the Academy Awards.
What's that?
Because millions of kids are watching it, right?
Yes, that's what I was saying.
It would be bad enough at any time, but right now with that thing going on with the violence in the Ukraine, it just was so much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kid's going to whack somebody in the classroom and say, "Oh, Will Smith did it." It's not cool.
When you work for over $200 million, you shouldn't be slapping people. You should have just breathe. I'm like, I don't have time. A joke is a joke. I'm doing my yacht.
Well, I mean, and then he writes him finally after 2 days and says, people in our business should know better because we know we get poked fun at all the time. Yeah, you should have thought of that in the first place. I watched the whole show there where they were blaming the whole thing on Jada Pinkett.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
And she could have stopped him. I was like, I don't know if she could have stopped him or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just, grasping at straws, I think. I mean, he laughed at first. That's the bad thing of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was laughing, and then all of a sudden he looked at his wife, made a funny face, and then he went up.
Yeah, she must have said something to him.
I don't know. I heard she's like kind of abusive. So
she might say, "You gonna let that motherfucker embarrass me? You better get up there."
So maybe he's afraid of her.
Yeah.
We talked about that early on the show. We started talking about, Will Smith really. I mean, the real Will Smith showed himself. He was this guy who obviously is dominated by his wife's feelings. The real, Will Smith showed up on stage, and that's what we saw, and I think it depicted a lot about the relationship, obviously, because he was so obviously.
Honestly, I know I probably shouldn't say this because I'm in that business too, but I honestly felt like they should have put him out of the theater and took away the award.
Yeah.
They do have a violence clause in the Academy.
They did, but he wouldn't leave, Kev. That was the breaking news. They told him to leave, but he wouldn't leave.
Well, that was crazy. They could have called the cops.
Yeah. Well, then talking about international television going viral.
Yeah.
As we began the show with the whole conversation about this, but because of the fact that it's dominating all the what do you call that? The
Twitter.
Thank you. The Twitter and the Instagrams and the what do you call that?
Yeah, Twitter.
Oh, you know what I mean. All that stuff. YouTube.
That one.
Social media. You know, everywhere. I mean, all the news stations, all the late night TV shows. The conversation is dominated by the slap that when it was seen around the world. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
what they're calling it now, which I think is giving it. It's just giving it more power. So calling it the slap heard around the world. You know, it was, but
it was.
I don't.
Yeah.
They shouldn't give it. You know, okay. So even if even if they tried to throw him out and he wouldn't leave, that's all the more reason they shouldn't have given him the award.
Yeah.
You would teach a guy a lesson if he couldn't get his award after all this time. Instead, we had to listen to a 20-minute long, boring speech.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, he went way over time. Yeah, that whole thing was a fiasco.
Oh my Lord, that was so boring.
It was. And here he is in tears.
I and to slap somebody again. It got so boring.
Yeah. He and you noticed during his talk he failed to apologize to Chris Rock. He apologized to.
He finally did, but it was like
afterwards.
2 days later on Twitter.
Yeah. But he should have been the first person he apologized to when he's at the podium. Not 2 days later.
Exactly. And apparently LAPD wanted to arrest him, and Chris Rock wouldn't press charges. So Chris Rock is the good guy here.
Yeah. It's interesting because they said if Chris Rock wanted to press charges, LAPD said if he wants to do that, then we'll examine, we'll look at any evidence. Look at any evidence? Look at what? Any evidence?
Right. No, Jimmy Kimmel said something about that last
guilty.
night.
Yeah.
He was guilty right there.
Jimmy Kimmel said last night, he goes like, yeah, they want to see if there's any evidence. Well, the rest of us saw it.
Right. Oh, I got to catch that. Oh, my God.
We can all bear witness, like about 6 billion people.
Oh, God. Too
funny. Lord. So what were you guys talking about before I got here?
Well, the slap.
We were kind of mulling over the whole Russia thing, Ukraine, the usual.
Oh, okay.
We also talked about the missing.
Andy wasn't complaining about people who he's helping mix records that never leave.
That could be a topic on the next Andy and Amanda show.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, do you by any chance remember Evelyn Wood?
Of course.
Was she the girl that was Nixon's secretary with the missing 7.5 minutes of the Watergate?
The elastic one that could sit at one side of the desk and reach over to the other one and turn off the tape, whatever. Yeah, that's her.
Wait, no,
it's Rosemary Wood, not Evelyn Wood. Evelyn Wood had a speed reading course. Rosemary Wood was the secretary. Sorry to recall. Sorry for that. Well, I know that bit of history.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, we talked about the 7.5 hours of missing Watergate tape. Yeah. I mean, Watergate. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The insurrection, January 6th tape.
I do.
7.5 hours.
And did you call her Evelyn the whole time?
I did.
Well, that's okay. Maybe she did it really fast.
It's Evelyn Wood.
Man, I shouldn't keep busting into your show. You're going to have to change the name of it pretty soon.
Well,
so how's Mexico, Amanda?
Pardon, my darling?
How's Mexico?
Oh, Mexico is glorious. Yeah, I'm enjoying the temperature here for a start, because as you know,
I'm sure of that.
The temperatures in the UK are just dead dreary and dreadful at times, and so yeah, I'm enjoying 90s at the moment here. I think it's 96 today. Yeah.
I mean, I lived over there once. I know. At least you get to see some sunshine now.
Oh yeah. Oh, whereabouts did you live?
It's great.
Whereabouts did you live, Michael? In Mexico?
Huh?
Whereabouts did you live?
St. John's Wood.
Ooh, fantastic, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible the difference. I was mentioning to my friends and family on Facebook the heat difference in various countries, and in the UK when it reaches about 93 degrees, you got all the humidity, the crazy humidity that comes with it. Whereas here at the moment you haven't got as much humidity, which is so pleasant to me because it feels like you're suffocating most of the time, and that's not fun.
Oh man, I mean it must be like night and day, huh?
Oh yeah, very much so. But I'm enjoying the food. I'm so enjoying the food.
Well, that can be good too, yeah.
Yeah, I think my weight is
water.
Yes.
Definitely don't drink the water.
Yeah.
Yes. You drink the water, you will be sorry.
Yeah. Well, I kind of replaced that with margaritas, darling.
Oh, that's better. That's better. Have you heard of Montezuma's Revenge?
Ooh, no, I haven't.
It's not a drink. Andy, you know what it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Is it kind of slap like Will Smith?
Well, it could be the slap. The slap, I guess.
You were. Amanda had a little bit. She was under the weather there. Amanda was a little bit under the weather there about a week or so ago, right?
Really?
Yes, I was. Yeah, I had a.
Well, Montezuma's Revenge. Well, I'm glad you're better. But Montezuma's Revenge is what happens to you if you drink the water.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So we don't want to talk about it too much.
Probably not. You'll put me off for the rest of the time I'm here.
Yeah.
We are getting lights flashing and buzzers warning here that they're going to get kicked off any minute because we're over time.
Oh, you're almost done. I came on late this time.
Yeah, I came on late, man. Yeah. We got to wrap. We got to go.
Yes.
And
well, it was nice to talk to everybody.
Kevin, thank
before
you
my big surgery.
Yeah, tomorrow. Kevin's having an eye procedure tomorrow, right? And I wish you all the best and make it go real well and get out of there real quick and go on back here and mix some more, you know?
Yeah. Kev.
That's right. I can come back and haunt you again.
Yeah, hey, Kev. Matter of fact,
it's been a blast, actually.
Kev, when you go to the
I've actually had it. You know what? It could have been a nightmare, but we somehow had fun.
Yeah, we are. It is fun. I actually am. It's it's like you dive into this really, really challenging jigsaw or crossword puzzle. You got to put all the pieces together and make it work. It's kind of like you just dive into it. It's kind of cool. It really is. It's very cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry because I know Cornell was trying to say something to me, and I
you can. I wish you the best with your eye operation tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Would you want to go live on a radio show while you getting it done?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you doing the show tomorrow too?
No, we want you while you're at the hospital. We want you to go live on the radio, Andy, to make this show.
Well, I would. I don't know if I'm going to be at my house, but I can do it from where I am if you're actually doing it.
No, we want actually while they doing it, we want you to be on the show.
Well, that would be interesting.
Wouldn't it? Oh, bless. I really do hope it goes well tomorrow.
Yeah, we definitely.
I'm sure. I mean, I just looked up, stuff about the doctor, and he's listed as one of the super doctors in the United States.
Oh.
So I think I'll be okay.
Excellent.
You're gonna be
and
okay.
He's really cool. I mean, he's this little Asian guy. He actually called, and I guess I wasn't here, so he texted me just to say he looks forward to seeing me.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And I bet you look forward. I bet you look forward to seeing him too.
Yeah, well, afterwards. Yeah,
that's a good one.
So you can come up on stage and give me a slap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I look forward to seeing. Period.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to see really well, and I think I hurt my car because of it. I got lost one night on the way home from Andy's house.
Wow. Oh boy. Anyway, guys, we got to roll.
Yes, we have, indeed.
Bye. It was nice talking to you guys.
Absolutely,
sweetie. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you.
Oh, I'm always happy to come on the show. I love you guys.
We love you too. Thank you.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you, darling. It's an absolute
pleasure.
Right.
And Amanda, why don't you get us out of here?
Everybody.
Yeah, all the best, man. We'll keep in touch and talk to you tomorrow after everything's over. And speedy recovery, Kevin. Thanks for joining us again.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to seeing you real soon.
Absolutely.
We'll look forward to seeing you. And Amanda, why don't you get us out of here? We'll see everybody. Yeah, bye-bye now. And thanks for joining us. And we'll see everybody on Friday back on the Andy and Amanda show. And Amanda, why don't you get us home?
Absolutely. So on behalf of my wonderful co-host Andy Kimball in California, Hollywood, you guys know the drill. Amanda Love here in Monterrey, Mexico, and our wonderful, amazing coordinator, Cornell Butler in Delaware. Thank you so much to Kevin Michaels for calling in. You legend. We love you. And thank you more importantly to you guys for joining and listeners. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We need you and want you here with us. Speak to us. Don't be shy.
And we'll talk again. Amanda.
Yeah,
and that number is 515-605-9888. Jot it down. Don't forget. Call the show. Kevin did it. You can do it too. We'll see you Friday, folks. All the best.
Bye, everyone. Adios.